Governments around the world have spent billions on their response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Here in the UK, it's led critics of the ruling Conservative Party to charge that they have rediscovered the magic money tree that they spent years criticising Labour for relying on. So why can't governments simply print more money to pay for their policies? The short answer is inflation. Historically, when governments have simply turned on the money taps, it led to periods of rapidly rising prices. That means everyday goods soon get unaffordable for citizens. In Germany, during a period known as hyperinflation in the 1920s, citizens had to literally take wheelbarrows full of cash to the shops to pay for things like bread and milk. There's a more technical reason why governments can't simply print more money, and that's because they're not in charge of it. Central banks like the US Federal Reserve, the ECB and the Bank of England are in charge of printing money, not governments. Central banks are independent from government, although they do coordinate sometimes. In the decades since the financial crisis, central banks have printed billions more in cash around the world. However, this is strictly to meet economic goals rather than political policies. If governments were to start being financed directly by central banks, then international investors would soon lose faith in those countries, which would lead to falling exchange rates for whoever was affected. Find out more on Yahoo UK.